Hey, this is Natsu in the Tier 5 Japanese destroyer Minekaze. It is a destroyer that specializes in torpedo launching. It's got no guns, almost no guns, almost no AA guns. It's only fast, has great range on its torpedoes that move really fast also, and it's very hard to detect both surface and air. And right there you saw me looking at the enemy fighters. I'm trying to avoid being spotted. So any fighter squadron I see, I'm trying to predict where they're going to go. Oh, enemy torpedo and bomber. I want to avoid this, so I'm turning as quickly as I can to get out of the area that they're detecting, and I was detected by one of their aircraft. You can expect enemy fire to come from all sides since I'm so far forward. This cruiser shoots, he's short though. And, look, this destroyer shoots, he's short too. Destroyer keeps shooting. Now I've disappeared again. You notice they indicate the situational awareness is what the module, what the perk for the captain is called. So now nobody can see me. The last they saw me was in the center of the map. The enemy torpedo bombers seem to be bombing a friendly battleship, but I think he's okay. I'm trying to get in between their escape path. And I turn on my AA to try and do damage. Now, granted the AA is, shit, but it's the fact that I try, In an American destroyer, I would have much more success doing that. But the enemy keeps missing their shots. I'm more preoccupied with the enemy than seeing these fighters. But just trust me that these AA guns are doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I pull back. They'll lose target of me for... Yep, there it goes. So now I'm silent again. I'm invisible. The enemy has no idea. For some reason, the friendly shoots at me. I don't know. Whatever. So now I'm invisible. I am trying to find an opening where I can get behind them, find an isolated ship, and take them out. Initially, I was thinking, this battleship is pretty close. I might be able to get close to it and take it out. But at some point, I actually say, what about the carrier, the enemy carrier that just torpedoed my battleship? So I turn to go towards the area I think he's going in, at least. And you see on the map, we really don't see a lot of enemy. Oh, enemy destroyer just detected me, and I just detected him. So I pop my smoke. He just took a huge shot from someone, almost his full health. So when I see that, I decide I think I should go kill that destroyer. He throws his torpedoes out. I don't know if they'll hit or not. He's pretty far away. He's probably scared how close he was to dying, is my guess. There he is. He shows back up. And I missed with my shots. And I'm going, oh man, please kill this guy before he goes back stealth. And I do. I kill him in stealth.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Oh man. That was totally a kill still, in my opinion. But I'd rather see an enemy dead than an enemy escape and provide support for their team. So I've killed that destroyer. I decide to continue my mission on going to kill enemy carrier. The enemy has pushed up the east side, usually where C point is on another game type. We only have what looks like 2 ships in that area. There's one ship down for both sides. It's not really that bad. This is a very passive game. I mean, you could see how far back people are playing. And to my surprise, I'm going to discover that there's not one, not two enemy battleships, not a cruiser. There's about 4 enemy vessels on their point, all bunched up. And the carrier isn't far away either. So clearly I feel like this, I can't miss. I'll kill something, or at least do damage. So I send out my torpedoes. I notice that I'm about to collide, but this destroyer is very agile in the water, so not really a big deal. You could see faintly that the enemy carrier's over there in the back, but he's kind of disappeared. Looks like 2 enemy vessels are coming back my way. And they're firing on me. 1 torpedo hits.
Confirmed penetration.
I was hoping to do more damage than that. In hindsight, I probably should have used a widespread in that scenario. And there's that many ships that close together. He does damage to my torpedo. I decide to repair it because this is all I am. I'm just a torpedo machine. There's an enemy destroyer on my right. He's about half held. Another enemy destroyer? Oh my god. I am in between about 5 enemy vessels. There's not a safe area I can go. I figure the best course is to keep an island in between. Ooh! So 1 of the torpedoes that I sent out before, 3 torpedo hits with my torpedoes that I sent out, so that's great. One of the things that people usually complain about is that the higher you go in destroyers, the longer the cooldown on torpedoes, so you can't really have as much fun as I'm having now. And I totally agree. Like, it takes you like 2 minutes to reload torpedo tubes, and they might not kill an enemy. It's really demoralizing. So the enemy destroyers somehow, one decided was going after me, the other wasn't. I see that this enemy cruiser is real low. I want to finish him off with my pathetic guns, mind you. And he dies.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Got my ability to steer, but I repair it. Only, 40 seconds with my captain and the ship itself. So, I'm not doing too bad, honestly. For how far forward and how aggressive I'm trying to play this, I think I'm doing pretty good. A lot of the enemy is at their base. They aren't able to even pressure our cap. And I'm spotting for my team. So I feel pretty good about this. Enemy scout plane, not gonna kill it. I send out a torpedo on the indicator, and I was thinking to send another one behind it, but I end up sending it on the indicator. The only reason you would send it behind it is if you feel like the person has enough time to see your torpedoes coming, and they can either do 2 things. They can either stop or turn away. Usually they turn away, but sometimes they stop. This enemy destroyer is coming in. I take out his engine. I think it's still out. He's shooting his guns. This is not a good idea with the Japanese destroyer. Our guns are way worse than American. My torpedoes are already up. That's how awesome they are. So I send 1 on, 1 forward, and 1 back. Hitting a destroyer with torpedoes is the hardest thing in the game. And I hit with my first one. That's awesome. So we've taken out 3 enemy vessels, but our team is still losing. Just one of those games. It looks like an enemy battleship is trying to take out one of our, and he just did. He just took out one of our ships. in the northeast part of the map. I think there's an enemy destroyer. Yep, there's an enemy destroyer. He's the Russian destroyer that you get with the pre-order. I send out my torpedoes, one on, one forward, and another on, and he disappears. This is not going to end successfully. Usually, he's probably turning sharply to head out of the smoke towards the northwest. I'm not really going to see where he exits. We're still down. Actually, we are equal on ships, but they've killed 2 more of us. I'm hoping to get this destroyer down. Or at least assist in killing it. Looks like the enemy battleship is close to an island in the northeast. Oh, there's the destroyer. He was coming around. So I figure he's going to continue to go through these 2 islands. So I'm going to set up a torpedo salvo, whatever you would call that. I'm going to use my torpedoes to catch him right as he's leaving. And I think he was killed. Awesome. Friendly cruiser killed him. So, this battleship is still out here. I think he's stuck. He looks like he's stuck. He can't see me. I have to be within about 6.5 kilometers in order for the enemy to see me. So I figure I'll get as close as I can and torpedo this guy. That's my initial thought process. It didn't go quite as planned, but it was fun. So he had to reverse to get out. Sometimes I've done this too. When you're turning, you'll kind of kick out the back end of the vessel, and you'll get stuck sideways on. It's really weird where going forward, you can't go forward to get out of that. You have to back up, no matter how long it takes for the vessel to unlatch itself. The way you got yourself stuck is the way you have to unstuck yourself. So I'm almost in range of detection. So I figure send the torpedoes and then turn for home. But I notice he's turning, so I hold for longer than I should. See the detection indicator? I pop the smoke and I turn so the smoke is billowing out the back end and he can't see him anymore. So the last I saw of him, he was going straight at me. And it looks like all my torpedoes... Oh, 1, 2. Just 2. 1 did critical. Okay. So at the time I didn't notice it, but if you notice, my 2 leftmost torpedoes on my second grouping hit. So I would infer that he is moving to my left, but I didn't notice that at the time. Yep, sure enough, I wasn't looking in the right spot. I'm about to... But he hits me first. Oh. Like a split second. I was okay with dying. I didn't care if I died, but I wanted to torpedo a battleship at close range. It would have been so glorious. And he goes, you have some balls, destroyer. And I'm like, I had you dead. But he had a good shot. He did have a good shot. It was entertaining. We had the game. You can see we're going to win it. If you're not having fun playing this game, why are you playing the game? You know? And that's Japanese destroyers in a nutshell. Stealth and torpedoes. I hope everyone gives it a chance, because it's It's a unique way of playing World of Warships. Hope you guys have a great day.